I mentioned that I thought it was a joke when I saw it. I still think it's a joke, but it's actually real, and that is Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather in September at the Sphere in Las Vegas. Last time they fought, I believe, was May of 2015. I don't know who was asking for this. And you go back to that 11 years ago, we found out after the fact that Pacquiao had an injured shoulder. And I would say that it got too far. Now, I remember talking, I can't even say who I was talking to. Wow. Got to be careful.
Statute of limitations?
Yeah. No. It felt like that somebody wanted to call this fight off, and they were told you can't. It was too deep, too deep in the game, and there was a lot of money at stake. And obviously, Pacquiao got in there, but he wasn't throwing any punches. And Floyd Mayweather is a boring fighter. I mean, the presentation is flashy, but he's a defense-first fighter. There's nothing to, when you watch him, you go, oh, okay, he didn't get hit again, and he didn't get hit again. Tactically, he's brilliant, but not exciting. So, hey, if you sign up for it, go get him. Must be it'll be September, so maybe it's a slow night for you, and you go, well, maybe I'll just buy this fight. Let me see these two guys lean on each other. But I don't know if this has to do. Boxers never retire. Sugar Ray Leonard told me this when I went to his first retirement in Baltimore, and he talked about fighters never retire. The phone stops ringing. And that's it. Like, you could get some of these guys to come out of retirement and be like, hey, Tommy Hearns, Marvelous, Marvin Hag, come on. Roy Jones, come on, who wants to fight? Yeah, I'll do it. Mike Tyson, he'll fight again. Let Tyson fight the winner of this. But, maybe, financial issues could be affecting one or both of these fighters, and that's why you're doing it. I don't know why you watch this unless the undercard is really good. Maybe the novelty of being in that building, having a boxing match in the Sphere, but it's real. It's real. Does Conor McGregor get the winner of this fight? I mean, now, if Conor McGregor got to do MMA against Floyd, now that would be fun. That would have been interesting. But it was like, and then do one of the brothers, what are their names? The Paul brothers, do they get to fight somebody? I mean, is this where boxing is?
Yes.
How did we get here? I guess UFC. Yeah, Paulie.
Mayweather-Pacquiao 2015. They estimate that it was the biggest single fight revenue ever. $410 million in revenue, $72 million in ticket sales at the gate on the property.
Yeah, and I always thought that Floyd was a brilliant businessman, but you start to read articles of, he's got things in foreclosure, and I can't imagine that you would lose but Mike Tyson did. But then, we had people stealing right in front of him. That was the difference here. But with Floyd, I thought Floyd was like a Darrell Revis kind of businessman. So that's, if he's coming back because he needs money, that is sad. Yes, Todd.
How much money, and I don't understand the financial part of how they get millions of dollars to have these fights that supposedly are kind of ridiculous and it's like an exhibition nobody wants to see. How much of that money is based on who goes to the fight and as far as people that are buying like pay-per-view? Like what if so many people decided I'm not going to the fight, I'm not going to watch it on pay-per-view, they're still going to get millions of dollars? There's still enough money out there to pay these guys crazy money.
No, Paulie just gave you the numbers. It's a rev share. I mean, they share. I don't know how they divvy it up. I'm sure Floyd got more money than Pacquiao, but, you might get 40% of the gate. Pacquiao gets, 25% of the gate. But it's $400 million. So
I guess how do they come up with that number, not knowing just yet who's buying the tickets and who's doing the pay-per-view? And maybe I'm being ignorant, but I don't know how they can guarantee.
Well, it's not now. This is the last fight.
Right, but I'm saying for this fight coming up, if we're saying that Mayweather has all these financial problems, what if people didn't go to the fight or didn't, as far as pay-per-view, where are all these millions of dollars coming from to pay these guys if people decide not to buy the fight or go watch it?
Well, you only get paid based off who shows up or who watches.
But they're expecting to get several millions of dollars to do this, the fighters, no?
Why is this complicated?
It's a little complicated to me.
It's a supply and demand.
Not,
you either show up or you don't. And if you don't show up, then they don't get as many millions as they would have if you did show up.
Okay, which could end up being nowhere near the amount of money that Mayweather needs to get out of his financial situation.
I don't even know what his financial situation is. I'm saying there are articles talking about that, but it's if you show up, then you get paid. If you buy pay-per-view, then you get paid. If you don't buy pay-per-view, then you get less of the gate. All it is supply and demand. And if there's not a demand, then maybe these guys get 20 million, 25 million, 15 million. But the first one made 400 million. Yeah, Paul.
I'm reading about Floyd, and his next fight might be against the IRS. He's had 3 things in his past settled.
Yeah. Yeah. He had all those cars. Wow. That's in September. You've been warned.